Definitely having my ups and downs. There's days I enjoy it and days that I find it a little more challenging. But one thing I know, I'm super, super grateful that I have my lovely essential oils that I use, not only for my emotional, my mental support, but I also use them in my cleaning and my household. Um, I was prompted today to come on and do this video after, let me read, I was inspired today to do this video after reading about several articles that I read on and newscasts that I've seen where they're reporting on the poison control centers are now reporting back their numbers coming in, and from January through March, there's been a 20% increase in household poisonings happening. And this is something that hits very near to my heart, to my home space, because it's part of what led me down the path that I walk today. A little over 3 years ago, I became very ill and was looking for alternatives because I wasn't getting the answers I needed in traditional Western medicine. And through that, it led me into starting to do a lot of research for myself and educating myself on many things. One of the things that I educated myself on was the chemicals and the things that were coming into my home. Because what I discovered was a lot of the symptoms I was having at the time were symptoms of chemical overload. And at that time in my life, I was working in a beautiful, I loved my job, but part of my job was to work with heavy chemicals. And then also at home, I would clean with a lot of heavy chemicals. I was one of those people that believed very thoroughly in bleach. I loved bleach, was one of my favorites. And I thought everything had to smell that way for it to be clean. After I started doing my research, I was encouraged to do my own research, to go in and start learning what some of the side effects were to those cleaners that I was using. And I started doing that. And I'll be honest with you guys, I was absolutely floored. I had no idea how dangerous some of those could be. And once I started clearing those things out of my life, those toxins out of my life, I started finding the natural alternatives. I did discover a difference in how I felt, how my body was responding. And so now it's become something that I'm very, very passionate about educating others on. Because the truth of it is, I just didn't know I had a choice. I didn't know there were natural things out there that could do just as wonderful a job, if not better. I only thought there was one solution. And so I feel it's very important for us to reach out ourselves and educate ourselves. Don't just take my word for it. Go do your own research. Find out what the things that you're using in your home right now, how safe are they? How much are they really protecting you? Or are they causing you more harm? And then what are some things that you can use in replace of it? We're going to talk about that. What I want to talk about real quick, guys, is what prompted me, like I said, to start this. The research is showing 20% increase right now in poisonings within our home. There's been there was a breakdown. This is coming from the CDC, and they're using reports coming from the Poison Control Center. Like I said, there are news reports out there, but I went and did my own research, and that's something I highly, highly encourage you guys to always do, your own research. The calls breaking down right now are showing there's 28,158 calls that have come in that are related to household cleaners, and 17,392 of those are specifically linked to different disinfectants. Okay, guys, that's a scary number to me. That's scary. That's just scary numbers. So I just want to encourage you guys again to look at the things. I'm not here to bash anything or any company, any brand. What I'm here to say is go type in. I did my own research, and it's a beautiful thing that we have it available now. We do have Google available where we can go and discover for ourselves. And when you just simply type in what are the risks to using X, Y, or Z product that you're using in your home, you might be surprised at what comes up. You might be super happy. There's several things I typed in that I was super happy I'm using. So like, yes, I did know. Okay, so educate yourself, though. It's important. Speaking of education, the reason I chose Young Living essential oils is because I did my education on them too. When I started to understand that there are natural alternatives out there, I was also educated on how important it is that they're authentic and that they're pure quality. Again, back to the quality of what we're bringing in is super, super important. So I did my research, and Young Living owns, operates, or leases and partners with all of the farms where they receive their essential oils from, which means they're totally in control from the soil to the oil. They know 100% what's going into each and every one of their products. That gives me confidence. That makes me feel excited, happy, knowing that it takes a lot of the guesswork out for me because they do it. And I do trust that. They're welcome. They're wide open company. It's open to see how it operates, to go visit the farms, to be a part of it. Being a member is something that is actually a very amazing thing. I love getting to be a part of it, and I had no idea when I first became a member how amazing the company was. What I did know is they did their own research, and I knew that they owned and operated, so they were in charge from soil to oil, and I knew that they had an 8-point testing system, which was better than any other company I found out there as far as doing their own testing, which is even greater than requirements that we have here, okay? So that's why I choose Young Living. What I discovered with Young Living, they have an amazing product called Thieves. Now, Gary Young, what he did was he did his own research as well. He was a researcher. He's what inspired me to do research. I love it. And he went back and looked at records and found out that when the Black Plague was going around, there was a group of people going around and they were stealing from the people who had passed. And what happened was they did get caught. And the king, in exchange for what they were doing, how they were doing it without getting sick, offered them their lives. And this is all things that were recorded in records that he found. And in that, what was discovered was that these gentlemen worked in an apothecary. And they were using a combination, you know, those big bird masks, right? They were using a combination of herbs in those. They were using clove, lemon, cinnamon bark, eucalyptus, and rosemary. And so what Gary has done is taken those herbs, those oils, and combine those into a blend that is called Thieves. Again, guys, go on and do some research on the qualities in Thieves and the benefits to using Thieves, not only for our emotional and our immunity health, our physical health, but we can use it as cleaning product. And so what they've done also is they've taken and they've put it in a concentrate form with a plant base, so it's all natural plant-based product, into a household cleaner for us, that we literally can clean our entire house with this product, you guys. This one concentrate bottle is around $30 retail, even less than that if you're a member. You get it at a wholesale price. You can make at least 30 bottles of cleaner in there, you guys. That's less than $1 a bottle per cleaner that you can do. You can do this as an all-purpose cleaner. You can make it as a heavy degreaser. I've used this to clean. As I said, when I first were introduced to the oils, my job, I worked with cleaners. I was a house cleaner. I used heavy cleaners. I switched over to this. I would use this on some of the greasiest stoves I've ever seen that I would swear, and you know how toxic and horrible these smelling fumes of an oven cleaner. I've never had to use an oven cleaner since I started using the Thieves. So degreaser, deep cleaning scrub, we can use it on our carpets. We can mop our floors with it, you guys. The skin on our body is the largest organ we have, and it absorbs absolutely everything. So everything we're cleaning with and we're walking on top of, our body's absorbing that, okay? So what are the things that you're walking around on? I love that they've broken it into, they have so many things available with the Thieves that we can use it for. Plus, we can make these things at home ourselves too, which is really amazing. But they have Thieves wipes that we can get. They have a spray that we can use. They even have a Thieves veggie, fruit and veggie spray, so we know it's safe to use on our vegetables to make sure that they're clean and we're using Mother Nature good pureness to clean them with, and it's safe for us to use. We have Dish soap. We have laundry soap. Dishwasher powder. What about the dishwasher powder? What kind of residue is that leaving behind on the plates and the things that you're eating off? Those are things that we are physically ingesting into our bodies, you guys, right? Physically ingesting. The Thieves hand sanitizer, okay? Hand purifier. We have themed soap. We have the hand foaming soap. It comes in the bar form. We have mouthwash for the dental care. You guys, Thieves has been one of the most amazing things for dental care. I have so many people who have had such, again, you can even just Google this reviews and results, and you guys will be blown away at the things that you find. Don't take my word for it. We have cough drops to help soothe the throat if you do have things, going on. It's just a wonderful, wonderful entire product line that is super, super, super affordable and safe for us to be using, you guys. Safe for us to be using. One of the reports I read that just absolutely scared me to death to think about was one of the cases that's come into the poison control was there was a child who was feeling dizzy and she fell and hit her head and she wound up in the hospital room, and it turned out that she had alcohol poisoning in her body from ingesting the hand sanitizer, and she had been just using large amounts of that over and over and over, and assuming it was safe to be used, and some of that had become ingested into a small child, and her levels were 3 times what a legal limit for us should be. That's scary to me. So I just feel it's super important that we are smart and we educate ourselves on what we're using and how we're using. Keep ourselves as safe as we can across the board, guys, across the board. So I hope this was a little bit educational for you, helped you to understand that there are alternatives out there. If you want to know more about the Thieves, get a hold of me. I would be happy to assist you in getting some ordered, get it directly sent right to your house, explain to you how to use it, give you some ideas and tips. If you're interested in becoming a member and learning more about the essential oils across the board, how they can assist in this time, they can help us with stress relief, with our emotional wellness, with our physical support. The beautiful thing about essential oils is they literally can support every single system we have throughout our body, our nervous system, our endocrine system, our respiratory system, everything. It can fully be supported, which is a beautiful thing. When we work together with our body, it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing how well and amazing we can feel, how healthy and whole we truly can feel and be. So thank you guys so much. I love you all. I hope you stay safe. And I look forward to seeing you all when this quarantine is over soon. Aloha.